that. We are going live. We're back. B-A-C-K. I'm back live. Hello, everyone. Sit tight. Get those seats nice and cozy. And let's get ready for a drum roll, a Monday drum roll, where I am back after taking, let's say, 2 weeks off. Pretty much. Let's push the go live button here on Insta. Let's make sure we're going to be live on Rumble. I've got you set, Rumble. I'm ready to go, Rumble. Here we go. Let's find out if we're going to be on time tonight. And let's do a little refresh. Another couple times. And talk to me, Rumble. We're down to 0 now. This is the only trick and hang up for me because I don't want my audience waiting. As you probably see a lot of people making, their audience wait like 5 minutes before they actually come on. They just give you a screen. Well, that's not what we're doing here. Looks like we're on. And yes, we are. Let's roll that intro. Here we go. Roll it. We are live. The producer is yelling in my ear. Stop playing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Church Prep with MWD Monday drum roll. Right here, right now. I am Mark W. Douglas. We better start things off with a prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Happy Monday drum roll. All right, I'm on your screen there. I messed with this camera just a little bit, maybe probably too much. We'll fix it real quick. Look at that. You can see the top of my head now. Yes, are you ready for a 5-song concert tonight? And that is going to happen tonight. And you get to hear 5 of the songs that I personally have written. So welcome one and all, and you're going to get to know about this show because we're in our 2nd year now. This is my first show of the 2nd year. I did a little recap of the first 38 shows. Don't miss that. Go back and listen to that. It was my my year in review, which was it was a week Sunday. I had to take last week off. We had a lot going on here at the sweet home here, but everything's cool. It's just a lot of stuff happening here. And you may hear babies hollering in the background, little grandkids running around, and that's good. It is fall break as well. So, hey, there's never a good time to go take off or to come back on. It's always busy around here, and that's okay. All right, it's now time because we're on number 39. 39. Oh, it's a good one. It's now time to introduce the Song of the Week's title and lyrics. The number 39 Song of the Week is titled Only the Beginning. Let's read those lyrics. So we dance again tonight in the harvest of knowing what's right. And from the passion in our eyes, we take a drink and lift it for the world we despise. And I know what's right. You love me, and you give me so much. And it's only the beginning. Oh. As we walk along the line, the balance of the scales we hold are leaning toward decline. And do we give the voice a chance. Each call becomes the weaker with each passing circumstance. And you know what's right. You love me. And you give me so much. And it's only the beginning. Oh, gentle whispers from the Master. Search for open ears, words to the wise. Nod and listen, nothing missing. Action is the choice, and your feet are in control. And we know what's right. And now, I walk from here. I want to make it clear. I'm not. I'm not ever coming back. Ever coming back. Ever coming back. Ever coming back. Yes, you love me. And you give me so much. And it's only the beginning. Oh, anytime I want you near, you tell me to have no fear. It's true. You love me. And when in time I start to doubt, you won't let me go without. It's true. You love me. Yes, you love me. And you give me so much. And it's only the beginning. And that is the words to the song, Only the Beginning. I love reading my lyrics, I tell you what. And you're going to get to hear this song this Sunday. This Sunday, that's how this works. So you're going to hear this song this Sunday, the number 15 song. This coming Sunday is when I will first sing it. And it will be live. When I'm singing it, of course, I guess it's recorded live. So when I get to my 15th song, there are no edits. It's just straight 15, even though it's pre-recorded, but there's no editing. Just trust me, there's no editing. Never been. I don't have time. I've got all the tools to do that. I don't have time for it. What do I have? Some kind of, I don't even know what the program is called. I've figured about it. It's an Apple. It's the thing, right? All right, folks. We're gonna hit a hard one tonight with Only the Beginning. Now on Wednesday, I'm going to talk about the backstory that made me write this song, kind of get into some details of what it is that, what inspired this. And then on Friday, we will talk about the Bible references that are locked in, the Bible, actual Bible scripture that is locked into this song. And throughout my life, what made me come up with the lyrics? Is there anything in the Bible that we can glean from that we can actually take and say, hey, you got that idea from the Bible? And yes, that's what we do on Fridays. Tonight, I do want to just kind of go over some of the lyrics a little bit. Again, not really the backstory, but this song is about a couple of things. I think the chorus is a very unique change of perspective. So on the verses, we're going out. We're going out. We're clubbing maybe. We're going out to the nightlife and that joy, right, of dancing and it's okay to dance, right? And the joy of, youth, let's put it that way. And all of the possible pleasures are right there in front of you. And you have to, I mean, it's not like the olden days when you go out, you're with your family. There's no alone time with a lady. You ever seen those old Italian movies where the Italian people just follow you down the road there? They even did it in The Godfather. And there's never a time. They even played with it on the fourth season there, or actually the third and fourth season of the Chosen. I believe it's Thomas who's going to get married to the woman. And they're courting each other, and they're never left alone. There's always a couple, husband and wife couple, keeping a very close watch. That doesn't happen anymore. So what is the normal youth? I'm not saying we shouldn't go back to that. But what does the normal youth here in America do, or anywhere, I guess, in the world? There is no accountability with someone older and wiser, a Christian specifically. No, it's just 18, you can go out. 21, you can drink. We're going to party. So we're dancing in the harvest of knowing what's right. Now, you've been taught, think about it. You've been taught on the one hand, this harvest of knowledge. Yikes. And now everything that youth leader and that pastor and, has been teaching and preaching in the songs that you sing at church are now being tested and challenged right in your face. How long does it take for the world to chip away at that knowledge? Chip away at that conviction. Chip away of that harvest of knowledge before you just throw your hands up and say, well, I can't do anything about it. I'm going to give in. Everybody else is doing it, don't you know? I'm a sucker for peer pressure, don't you know? So this is one of those songs, yeah. Mm-hmm. And God is whispering there, third verse. God is whispering, gentle whispers from the Master. Search for open ears, words to the wise. Nod and listen. I love that line. Nod and listen. Nod and listen. Oh, just nod and this is what I do. I really brought this up the last couple of times when it shows that is when I talk about that I've never been discipled. I've been discipled through an audio book, even though I was present when the person was talking. It's an audio book. It's just a nonstop audio book on repeat, kind of, because sometimes they do the same message twice, No one's discipling me. It's a la carte. I can choose what I would like to be discipled on. So you just nod and listen, nothing missing. But the other part of that line is action is the choice, and your feet are in control. Action. Action from what? Action from what you know, the harvest of knowing what's right. And this is a very interesting song, unbelievably written to the point of, and I don't know how, I couldn't tell you how I came up with this. It's like the song just stops and we're into a new song. I guess there's been some awesome bands in the past that do that, where it's just like, whoa, what just happened? I'm in a whole new song now? And that's kind of what happens on the bridge. We're in like a whole new song, but then I find my way back to the song. But that bridge is one heck of a showstopper. I listen back to my songs. I hope you do it too. But I listen and I really do hear the orchestra. I hear, that sound where it's multiple, unbelievable layered tracks. You've got the saxes, you've got the pianos, you got the organs, the horns. The cellos, violins. I can hear it as I'm singing and playing the songs. I can hear the timpanis and the crash of the cymbals. That's just how I hear it. Every time I hear one of my songs, I can hear all those parts. So I think, and by the way, I got really crazy news that I think it's going to happen long before. It could happen in the next 5 years, maybe 2 years. But I want you to know something about the show. I want you to know something about my songs. I have this idea that this is going to happen. And it's not like I'm letting any of my band members down, because guess what? I don't have a band. I'm a one-man band. So I'm not letting any of my band members down when I say this, but I think they know it too, that I will literally be able to, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. You could do it now, but it's a lot of work still. But imagine taking my song with just me and the guitar, and through listening to the demo tape, the AI could come up with every part. And not only that, they could specialize it to my exact, what I want for the drum or the snare, right? And what I want, a little bit less of this, more of that. And I could just say it to the AI. A little bit less toms, a little bit harder on the chorus, less on the bridge, stronger on the verse. I mean, just imagine, right? And then horns, get into the horns and just tell AI, you don't even have to click any buttons. And then all of a sudden, the same song, and then I could just, because I've got, you got to believe, oh man, I've got the whole thing to do studio recording here. Again, but what's more important? Doing this for God. Doing this for God is more important than having a record company and record studio and producing somebody's CD. No, releasing these songs and doing it the way that I'm doing it is absolutely priority number one. And I might, but I don't see that anytime soon, because then I've got to get my love songs off my chest. All the love songs I've written, got to get those copyrighted officially and all that. But I do think it's going to happen, and then maybe within, like, I don't know, I really don't know. Maybe within a week, I could just feed it my demos, and then it'd pop out whatever it pops out. That'd be funny. I could actually just not even mess with it. Just say, give me a reggae version of this song, or the same song. Give me a yacht rock version of that song, or give me a rock version. It'd still be me, playing my classical and just singing it, right? Who knows, man? Just can't wait. That's going to be the positive thing about AI. I won't have to sit around here myself personally, lay down bass tracks, lay down a fake drum track, and work out all that stuff, which I've done before, as you heard on some of my tracks, some of them that have been released. I actually worked on it a long time. And no, do they sound good? No, I'm not winning any awards soon. But I was thinking about, let's see, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about a lot of stuff, just by the by. We'll do this as the little show notes here. But I was thinking, as I was just thinking about some of the things I've been seeing on Twitter. And Twitter is a very interesting thing, because it's right on top of it, right? It's so much different than anything like Facebook and Instagram. I mean, you're seeing what's going viral. You're seeing what's at the top of everybody's feed because of how many comments or whatever it is. And hopefully all natural, so to speak, with the algorithm. I mean, I'm not probably releasing enough of the little clips, the little, I don't know, 10-second, maybe 30-second clips that make people go viral. No, mine's long form content. I think someday maybe that's actually what I think about maybe doing, is after my 3-year project, I think I would go back to all my recordings, just start with show 1 and just literally just start with show 1 and just start taking clips. I think that might be what I do after we finish the 3-year project here with 120 songs of my personally written songs. I think I might start taking clips. Just go all the way down show 1. I'll just personally watch all my shows again, literally, and then just take all the clips. Some of the shows that I've done have so many amazing, clips that would go viral. But I think I just wait on it. I'm not in any hurry, and I'm patient with the whole thing. And it's nonsense to try to do too much when I've got two companies to run, and I should say three with the fitness center, and then of course the DJ, and then of course the bridal shop. Trying to juggle everything. Of course, have a family and have grandkids and stuff. 4 girls. 2 grandkids. I should say 3. We have 3 now. Hello. Got to wake up for that. So, and now maybe mom-in-law and a dog around a lot more. Yes, we'll get into that. So, yes, I wanted to, I'm on Twitter, and I think it's very important to see what the heck is going on. And I'm just waiting. I'm just sitting there waiting. Like I said, let's test these ideas out. What I'm doing here is a layman's think tank. And it's just amazing. It's amazing just how, you have to read my replies and feeds, but it's just amazing how, the whole thing is so obvious. The power of the church is so enormous. And yet, what I said on the year in review, what I said there is just so right about the horses. We, the laymen, me and you, the laymen of the church. We're the horses that we can't run. We're the horses at the Kentucky Derby or whatever, the Preakness, and they just won't let us out of the stalls. We're ready to go. Some of us are, most of us aren't. Can we just be honest? Most of us aren't ready to run. But we're not being unleashed. We're not being untethered by any leadership to go and take back our country via politic. I mean, how do you take back your country? You have to run for school board. You have to run for this office. You have to run for that office. You have to get involved. You have to do man on the street things. You have to clean up the election integrity. You have to clean up the elections, the dirty politicians. How do we, right? She was saying, I don't know what to do. Well, I mean, guys, you're not being loosened. You're being tethered. You're like I said, you're being held back in the stall. The horses can't run. And then you just have to say, why? Could I set an appointment with my pastor and try to motivate him to give us a step-by-step illustration? Because that wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be hard to get a step-by-step. This is how we're going to, we could say dog catcher, the local dog catcher. It could be any office, right? This step-by-step process of how we're going to do this, right? Without having to do, spend all the money that it takes to be these people, the door-to-door, the Christians, right? So this is what I'm saying is all the Christians are sitting back in this pen and we don't know what to do. And why don't we know what to do? We really do have to take a step back and just zoom out one little click, and go, why aren't we told step-by-step instructions? Why aren't we told? Do you ever think about that? Why aren't we told, like, this is the phone number to call, or this is the group we need, this is the step down, like we can do this, right? Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't the church leadership, right? I mean, why don't you tell us how to fix this? Because the power of the church, not the leadership, but the church, not the money of the church, just the people. The 99%, that's the volunteers, all the volunteers. The 99%, not the leadership, they're getting paid. They're called non-volunteers here on this show. What would happen? What would happen in mass if we were untethered? But see, to change your society, to change the laws in your society, we need politicians. We need those politicians then write the legislation. Well, let's see. What's that little thing called? You know where I'm going with this. It's called a 501c3. And that's the deal with the government, literally, not figuratively. This isn't a conspiracy, folks. That's the literal deal with the government to silence pastors from talking about upcoming legislation and people that would be running to set that legislation. That's called, I thought we had freedom of speech here in America. I thought we had the First Amendment. Not the churches. Not figuratively, folks. Literally. We don't have to get upset with Mark. I'm just telling you what is already in place. It's not made up. It's not fiction. It's already happening currently. It's in real time. Your pastor has an agreement with the government to stifle his free or her free speech. This is not made up. Zip that lip, or we will take away your tax-free status. It's a deal with the devil. I'm in full agreement that a church should not have to pay taxes, but can't we have the freedom of speech and not pay taxes? Of course we could. I don't know who set this up. It was a long time ago, way before your parents were born. Probably while your parents' parents were babies, right? So this has been going on. We're in another conspiracy. But for those of you who are just a little curious, yes, we're being gaslit by people who know. And how do I know that? Because I've been in the church for 40 years, friends. No one's talking about it. No one opened my eyes. I had to open my own. I'll give you one secret, though. I saw this one video, 10-minute video, 11-minute video, where Mark Dice laid out the 501c3 church. So there is one other person. I'm sure you've heard of Mark Dice. I do not follow him and listen. It's only on the off chance that someone sends me a video. I do not. That's not my part of my diet, okay? But I just happen to hear that. And when someone's right, you know that sound? You know that sound? There's a certain ring to it. And you just say, you know what? That's true. What he's saying right there, that's true. That's truer than truer than truer than true. That's more truth than I've heard in a long time. And it just, you absorb it, you evaporate, you absorb it. I don't know what I was going to say after that, but you absorb it and it goes into your skin. It goes into your being. It goes into your spirit. You digest it for a couple days, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe a year. And then what do you have to act on that new foundation of truth. What does this mean? What does it mean that I have been kind of fooled? Was this on purpose? Did the people that didn't see? That's the thing about life. It's trying to open up your ears wide enough to hear what's not being said, because in that is where you will find victory. What are you saying that you're not saying? Why are you saying it in such a word salady way that it's just a little bit evasive? What is it that you're not saying to me? Because I want to wrap my head around it so I can understand, right, the situation. And then you really do, once you really realize that you have been gaslit by people who know what's going on. They know what's going on. Then you have to tear down. And then all of this complexity about Christ, these layers, brick layers, huge concrete walls, 100 feet long and wide and thick, that they've tried to place instead of the simplicity of salvation. Call upon the name of the Lord, right? Give him your life. Follow me. I know that those aren't easy tasks, but the simplicity of the understanding of how it works and a day-to-day struggle of saying no to self and having this amazing effort for self-control, and coming up with standards to make that happen for yourself. That's, to me, the meaning of life. That is the meaning of life to me. To have self-control over something that you might want. A desire that you could easily have. But it's not good for you. It's not right for you. And doing the right thing, having the self-control and the discipline, that to me, like I said, just to repeat it and say it in a different way, that to me is the epitome of life. They say, what are we here for? What is this life? I want to understand it. And doing right when it's so easy to do wrong. The narrow road. Is the narrow road kind of like the goats going across the mountain ledge? I think so. I used to envision a narrow path down the woods that was a little bit brushy, maybe a little thorny in places. And then the wide path, like the main road that's got, concrete on it because everybody travels it. I don't know if I see it that way anymore. I honestly think the narrow road, it's like the goat trail across that mountain ledge. That's how narrow the road is to do the things that God wants you to do. And it didn't say it was going to be easy. Anyway, this is just one or two, maybe three of the dominoes that has to happen with your thinking and your understanding as you click a little bit wider. Can you zoom out just a little bit and just absorb possible truths? Click out just a little bit more and then this starts making sense with this. And like I said, all of these built up things, the nonsensical things that are built up by man, not the scripture, not the Bible, but by man. And you just have to take it back a step. I've always thought, even just the whole process, let's call it pageantry. The pageantry. We're going to get into a song of mine. Oh my goodness gracious. And it is just, it's like I said the other day, it's like hitting the nail. You say I hit the nail on the head with this song. I hit the nail on the head with a Mack truck. The pageantry of church, the way that you know it, the way that we all know it, church, the building church. Is any of that in the Bible? Come on now. Is any of this in the Bible? Is any of this in the Bible? Think about it. Break the spell just for a second and go, what is in the Bible that's happening at church? Get down to it. It's the Word of God. That's the thing that matters. And you have two eyes. You can read too. Anyway, I think it's about time for and by the way, I want to wrap it back around to the song, right? So having that self-control and understanding exactly what are we in? What are we in? We're in a situation where our country is failing. Why is it failing? We have all these examples of these ideas about who to blame. We're going to blame these people. We're going to blame this people. We're going to blame this. And we're going to blame this. And we're going to blame that. We're going to blame. And we can go high-low. But nobody wants to look at the church and the power of the church and the missing in action, the MIA church for not just a decade. No. Ever since the 501c3 church, which is, again, before our parents were even born. It's their parents, right? Our parents' parents. This is the fruition. What you are seeing, I'm convinced of it. I'm playing. I don't care what you want to call it. I'm playing 3D chess, right? I'm telling you, You zoom out far enough and you realize the power of the church, the Christians, not the building, friend, the volunteers, the 99% of us that have faith in God. Even if you are backslidden, even if you are, your Bible is so dusty you don't even know where it is, right? You don't even know if you have one anymore. I mean, even, right? The power of these people, you and me, the layman, to change everything. We could have made, folks, we could have made this nation Christian a long time ago. We could have taken this country. I mean, it's our Constitution. It's the Christians' Constitution. It's the Christians' United States of America. It has been taken from us. It was ours. These are great things to just ponder. Because what I'm saying is either true or it's not true. It's okay. It's either true or what I'm saying is not true. And you have to decide, and you have to make up an argument like I'm doing right now of explaining to me or yourself why that's not true. You have to explain it to yourself and then to me, or maybe if you'd like to. How is that not true? It's been raped from us. But how did it start? There's only one answer. If you zoom out far enough, it's not the pastors who can't just tell us what to do. No, it's bigger than that. It's the 501c3 church that's choking the First Amendment that we have to say the things that we need to say what's right and what's wrong. Why have we become such pacifists? Again, that's the zoom in. Zoom out. Why have we become such weaklings? Weaklings. I'm coming from a personal trainer for 25 years now. We are such weaklings. Absolute weaklings. And when I say the word weakling, I'm saying our potential is unbelievable strength. All natural, of course. We don't do anything crazy. We take over-the-counter vitamins, right? But as a juxtaposed idea, we are weaklings. You know what I'm saying right now is true. You understand that it is true. It's palpably true. You digest it and it goes straight into your soul. It's true. But then the why. And I'm just telling you, this is the fruition of a century of 501c3 nonsense. What you're seeing right now in schools with children getting their breasts cut off and their sex change, the entire thing, all of it, not some of it, all of it is the churches. It's laying completely, like if you had a huge red robe that you want to call that the church, everything is on top. It is the church's unbelievable dropping of the ball. It is their responsibility at the end of the day. And I can clearly see it because I've done the thought experiment. These songs, this 120 songs, that was my thought experiment. I literally did a thought experiment for 30 years of writing music. And now I'm coming out of it, being able to talk about my songs rather than just sing a song because I'm so hurt and so burdened. The scales came off as I started to talk about my songs. It happened in the first year. That's what this show is doing. It's opening me up where I didn't know how to put it into words. I knew how to write a song about it, but I didn't know how to put it into words. This is 100, you can call it 3D chess or whatever you want. It's 100%. This is when I see the judge, I can't, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I see, but when I kind of envision the judgment seat, I see this right here. Everything I'm saying to the T right now, and of course more that I can't come up with. Only God can, because he's the judge, right? Jesus would be the judge. I can see this is what we're the responsibility that we're missing. This is the responsibility of the church. At the end of the day, where did this domino start to get to where some kid is chopping off their whatever? Where's the domino? Come on, show me. Can we go back far enough? Can we zoom out? Can we click? Can we do a little wide angle? Can we do a panorama? How do we get here? Friends, it's right there. And you are swimming. You are swimming. I don't even think your head is above water now. I shouldn't even stop. Well, you are like a fish under the water. You don't even know what it's like to breathe the air of an actual Christian church. We are underwater in what I call Christian light. I used to say we're neck deep in Christian light. I don't even think we're breathing air anymore. We're underwater of the Christian. We're in this tank that has no air, a Christian light. Who's going to bang on the side of that glass and break and, get free? Freedom! Like some of those animations where the animals get free from the dog catcher or whatever. 100%, folks, what I'm saying right now, 100%. And it's all on the church. And I say, we're just going to finish up with this, but it's all on the church when you take, let's say, 10 people in a room, right? And we all are reading the Bible. 10 people are in a room. We're all reading the Bible. And, it's time to go visit Aunt Susie down at the hospital. Well, you got to go visit Aunt Susie. And somebody's Aunt Susie. Well, I've got to work. It just goes down the line of all 10 people. Well, I don't have time to, you want me to visit her? We got to divvy up that responsibility. Okay, so maybe Cheryl, and then maybe Tom, and then maybe got all these people in this circle. All right. We'll divvy up responsibility. I have work to do. Hope y'all know I'm going to be on vacation soon. Oh, but then Cheryl over here says, "Oh, wait a second. I also have a request. I need somebody to help me make food for my uncle or my mother." And then all these newfound things happen in this group of 10 people. Just 10 people, 10 Christians reading the Bible and getting together for a meeting we call it church. But it's starting to become burdensome because, you know what, we can't, oh man, that's a lot of responsibility. You want me to do all these things outside of my free time? And then somebody in the group, old Jack over here, Jack goes, I got a great idea. Why don't we pay someone to do all the chores that we're doing? The food, the organizing of the food, the organizing of the visits. Maybe they can just do all the visits. And then, you know what? Jack says, I'm having a hard time all the time coming up with a message to do on Sunday mornings. We could just get this guy. We could pay someone to do the sermon as well. Yeah, let's pay him to do the sermon. We'll pay him to do all the visitation that we need. And then we don't have to do it ourselves. Man, this is great. Everybody want to pinch in? You know what? If we all pitched in, just, 10% of our income, could you you know what? Oh, if I could give you 10% of my income and I don't have to go handle my mother-in-law or I don't have to go visit Aunt Susie, man, this is a great idea. I think, you know what? Let's take a vote. Can we take a vote? And so we take a vote and all 10 people say, you know what? I'll give 10% to this, to pay this guy. And now we have the church. This is what we have. And so if it's wrong, all I have to do is prove that that's wrong. the obfuscation of the human being, Christian or not, cannot be measured. And back to my song, Only the Beginning. Wow. So we have a song here that talks about this exact thing. On the one hand, we know the harvest of knowledge is here. And then the self-control and the obfuscation kick in. And now we're ready to go over here and obfuscate and still take the credit for all the things that are getting done. Wow. Do you see what we've become? Do you see what we've become? It's not laughable, it's sickening. Folks, this is the battered and bruised and messy and dirty and scuffed up bride of Christ that I've been describing. It's unconscionable that we call Jesus our Savior. And this is how we handle our Christian Christ lives. This is how we handle our relationship with the God of the universe. Can't wait to sing this song for you, the 15th song this coming Sunday. And that is me off the top of my head chatting about what is on my mind. I'm glad I got to that. There's probably more, and I did some rabbit trails, but very happy with tonight's show. I love getting like I said, this is the layman's think tank. And maybe after I finish my 3 years, maybe I'll have some type of a show where we can continue to do a little bit of a layman's think tank. And then, of course, like I said, after my 120, we'll get into my love songs. But we've got a long way to go. We got 2 more years. I'm 1 year in 1 year down. Ooh, I love to put that spike in the ground and say I'm 1 year in, and I'm gonna get this done. I actually have more than 120 Christian songs, but I think I love the idea of 120, and we'll see about the other ones. Maybe we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll eventually finish maybe write a few more songs and then be like, hey, guess what, guys? I've got 10 more, and it'll be my 13th album, up to 130, and then I'll do 10 more maybe with an album after I do my love songs. We'll see. It's a long road ahead. I've got a long road, and I've got a lot of stuff that I want to get off my chest. There's so much melody in my mind, and the only reason I know that, to say that, is because now that I have it here and I'm doing it for you, it's like, goodness gracious, where do all these melodies come from? And there have been decades where I haven't written. So anyway, that tells you a lot. I'm so glad I remember every one of these. All right, friends, here we go. We are going to back it up 15 songs because that's what we do. We sing on Monday. We sing the 5 songs from the last Sunday Jam, which would have been about, what is it, two weeks ago? So let's actually pop it back to this page, and we're going to go back to number 24. 24, and that is Pick Me Up, Lord. Let's do a 5-song concert. Great. Yippee, yippee, yippee. We get to do Pick Me Up, Lord. Pick Me Up, Lord. Let's see if we're going to like this sound tonight. Let's go. Pick me up, Lord. Pick me up, Lord. I got my thumb out for you to pick me up, lift me up. I got my thumb out for you to take me there way beyond compare. And I can see your light is shining. It's shining down all over. Ooh, all over me. Pick me up, Lord. I got my thumb out. I'm gonna wave you down to the ground. I got my thumb out. I need a long ride high above the sky, and I can feel your love is lifting. It's lifting me so closer. Ooh. Oh, from me to you. Yeah, pick me up, Lord. Yeah. And you say that you wanna be closer and closer to me. Well, maybe all I need is you and me. I'm praying I will be the one. Yeah. Let me be the one. Yeah. Let me be the one. Yeah. Now pick me up, Lord. Yeah, pick me up, Lord. Yeah. Yeah, pick me up, Lord. Pick me up, Lord. Woo! Oh, man. Yeah, I don't even know. So much fun. Oh, guess what? Oh, is that the, you know what? Did I do that right? Let me make sure. I think that's right. I'm going to double check. Hang on. Let's go back to the normal thing. You get to see a little, maybe is it going to be a snafu tonight? I want to make sure that was the right song to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that's right. So we get to say goodbye to pick me up, Lord. Can you believe that? We get to say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, we got to say bye-bye. Bye-bye, pick me up. I think that's the last time I'll sing it. Can you believe it? Oh, I think that's right. I may double check. Anyway. Second song tonight, Reconciliation. Reconstruction, no, not that one. Just Reconciliation. We're already there. All right, fun. Our producer is saying, "Come on, Mark, you gotta trust me next time." Our producer in the back, he's waving his arms. You should see him, man. I'll tell you what. This guy. All right, song. Let's go. Song. Here we go. Reconciliation. The reconciliation of the heart with the Maker of the stars did not come easy. The God of the universe had compassion on a hopeless human race. Then redemption took its place, and He gave His only Son to die for us, for you and me, so that freedom we could see. And He'd given it all again. died for you and me. Yeah, set the prisoners free, so that we might know the one thing that saves us from our sin, wants us to live with Him. Reconciliation of the Son with the Father of the love made freedom easy. The God of the universe gave us freedom, fact and fiction to explore, and the Spirit to implore. And He gave His only Son to die for us. He left His home so that freedom we could know, and He'd have given it all again. Died for you and me, yeah, set the prisoners free, so that we might know the one thing that saves us from our sin, who wants us to live with Him. Why did He love this heart of stone when He reconciled with me? He must have loved more than I know, 'cause He's given everything. When He gave His only Son to die for us, I call Him King, and forever I will sing. And He'd have given it all again. Died for you and me, set the prisoners free, so that we might know the one thing that saves us from our sin, who wants us to live with Him. Yeah, He'd have given it all again. He'd have died for you and me, yeah, and set the prisoners free, so that we might know the one thing that saves us from our sin, wants us to live with Him. Ooh. 2 down. Oh, somebody's praising God tonight. Somebody. I get a little warm. So I'm taking off my hat. I don't know what my hair looks like. Does it really matter? Nah. All right. It is time for Adonai. Are we there? We are. Let's push the button and sing a song. Adonai, will you look into my eyes and wash it away? Wash it away, Adonai. Take the sin from my life and wash it away. Wash it away. Save me from me. That's what I want to pray sometimes when I can't pull it together on my own. I'm not afraid. I just want to serve you, Lord, but I can't pull it together on my own. Yeah, you may let this baby cry, but you hear me every time. Adonai, will you look into my eyes and wash it away? Wash it away, Adonai. Adonai. Ooh, take the sin from my life, wash it away. Please wash it away. Ooh. Oh yes, I'm a sinner, prideful and bitter. I need help for gluttony, lust, and self-control. Without controversy, I live to be worldly. I talk fine lines, I know it's wrong, but I'm outnumbered. Awake me when it's over, when I'm sober. Adonai, Adonai, Adonai. I need you more, but all I ever do is take, and I can't put it together on my own. I self-indulge, distraction from your promises. I still can't put it together on my own. Yeah, you keep calling faithfully, and I hear you every time. Adonai, will you look into my eyes and wash it away? Wash it away, Adonai. Take the sin from my life and wash it away. Wash it away. Three down, I believe that's right. Two more to go. Aren't you guys lucky? That was slow walking this one. Uh-oh. Do you have to pretend you have bells tonight? Oh, yes. Not just quite possibly, but yes, maybe. Let me just look behind me. Oh, you don't have to pretend you have bells. I've got them right here. So hang on. Going by the microphone. Moved the bells. They are back for song number 4 on a Monday night here. The 14th of October, 2024. This is me and JC doing what we do. Here we go. Let's see. Push the button first, make sure you're on the thing. I wasn't even doing that. Da 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 da. Christmas has come, time to celebrate the day when Christ was born. Christmas has come, in our hearts we recognize our world and family. And a drummer boy plays his drum. The mariachi band sings their song. Can you hear the bells ring around the world? Christmas time is here, bringing laughter, hope, love and cheer. Christmas has come, toys for all the boys and girls. Jesus loves the children. Christmas has come. We open up our hearts to the poor and needy. We give with joyful hymn, and a drummer boy plays his drum. Pum-pum-pum, the mariachi band sings their song. Hey, hey, can you hear the bells ring around the world? Christmas time is here. Christmas time, Christmas time. Christmas has come. Time to meditate and pray for peace and understanding. Christmas has come. In every corner of the world, holding hands, we shout our blessings, and a drummer boy plays his drum. Bum-bum-bum, the mariachi band sings their song. Hey, 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 can you hear those bells ring around the world? Ooh, Christmas time is here. Christmas time, Christmas time, and a drummer boy, he plays his drum. Boom, the mariachi band, yeah, they sing their song. Hey, 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 can you hear those bells ring around the world? Christmas time is here, bringing laughter, hope, love, and cheer. Hey, buddy. That's right. Number 4 is done out tonight. It's time for number 5 to do the last song tonight. It's time for some hollering here, because we're gonna hit. This is the one I explained where I hit the nail with the Mack truck. Yeah. Give me a second to take a little water break here. Yep, this is the one. Let's push play on the song and everything. This is the Mack truck hitting the nail on the head when it comes to how important is Jesus to you. You're my God and my King. You're quite simply my everything. I love you, you love me. You're my Father, ooh, and everything. Hey, my everything. Hey, you're my everything. Hey, my everything. Hey, you are my everything. You're my song, to you I sing. I give praises to my everything. Take these words, let them ring from all your people. You're everything. Hey, everything. Hey, you're my everything. Hey, my everything. Hey, 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 you're my everything. You, he, she, to totally not be weak, but cuddle free. Now your heart would spring a leak without all and everything. Hey, my everything. Hey, you're my everything. Hey, my everything. Hey, you are my everything. Beautiful. Hang with me. You can imagine it gets a little warm in here after something like that. Oh, we made it to the end. Are we alive? Yes, on the thing. Okay, want to learn more about this show? Visit my website, MWDHQ.com. From there, you can download free demos of each song of the week. There's already, what do we got? 37 free downloads. It's right there for free. Right there on my website right now for each song of the week that I have released. All right, subscribe to this channel and get notified for when I go live. And, of course, email me from the Connect page. You can do all that and see all my channels from there. Join me as I prep you for church and explore the significant meanings of salvation and discipleship. That discipleship thing. Ooh, we just got saved. I thought, what's discipleship? Oh, discipleship. Become a Christian. Begin to walk the talk. Strengthen your walk with God. Get inspired by what I'm saying. Pass it on as you learn something and you teach your friend. This is how we make these ideas ubiquitous so we can break the chains that the devil has put on our church. We have to break these chains. These are generational chains that have been put on our church. Wake up. Help me. Listen to me. Test what I'm saying. It's real easy to do. Got the Bible right there for you. It's just wide open for you anytime you want to read it. And test what I'm saying. It's either there or it's not there. All right. Become a better husband, wife, son, daughter, father, mother, granddad, grandmother, neighbor, friend, leader, and follower. I have 2 questions for you tonight. I'm going to ask it. What is that thing God has called you to do? What is the thing God's called you to do? Not for money. For Him. You don't expect money. You can't, like, if you can only do it after someone donates, then you're not doing it right. I want you to really meditate on this, friends. If you're only doing it because you're relying on donations or a tithe, you're not doing it right. There's no call for tithe in the New Testament. So we rely on donations, okay. But if you're relying on donations, on whether or not you're going to do the thing that God's called you to do. Say, if I don't get enough donations, I can't do the thing that God's called me to do. I think you need to rethink your whole relationship with God. But not just that. Friends, are you the one paying this guy that wouldn't do it? That wouldn't do it? That wouldn't do it if your donation wasn't continuously coming in? That's called a non-volunteer. Yeah, that's what that is. It's literally called a non-volunteer. They wouldn't do it if your money wasn't coming in. Can I be a whistleblower? I mean, do we have whistleblowers in the church? Everybody's a whistleblower when we talk about sexual allegations, some preacher or something. Can we be a whistleblower that the church is doing it all wrong? And doing it right would save our country, would save our nation? Yes. What's your life purpose? What's the thing God's called you to do? Number 2, have you passed it forward to challenge and encourage someone today with the thing that they've been, pass it forward, challenging them, encouraging them to come out of the dark? Let's put this into practice. Which of the following statements could you share with someone or absorb right now? I believe in you. This could begin this thought process in somebody who wants to do something for the Lord. I want to help you. I've been praying for you. I was wrong. I'm sorry, and I want to make amends. Please forgive me. From my heart and soul, thank you. I sincerely love you. God loves you. God is patiently waiting for none other than you. You are the timpani to an amazing crescendo. He's patiently waiting for you. God has a purpose for your life, both daily and in general. It could be big. How will we know unless you step out? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining my church prep family. I will see you Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I will not be live. I'm pre-recording. I will be at a wedding. But I will still be here on Wednesday with a pre-recorded taping of the Wednesday show. It's very rare, but it does happen. It's a wedding. It's a wedding month. What can I say? It's a lot of weddings going on. And of course, at that point, we will talk about the Song of the Week's backstory. To God be the glory.
All I could do.